Okay guys, so before I get started with this video, there is a very short disclaimer that I will want to clarify on. I received an email from a very curious viewer or observer who then started asking if this video series are exclusively to people who are doing dropshipping in the UAE, or it is a kind of video that applies to like anyone doing dropshipping or mini e-commerce from any region. Yes, the truth is it doesn't matter whether you are in Asia, in Africa, in the United States, or anywhere in the world. These videos, that series that I'm making, are applicable to everyone and anyone, because dropshipping has just one business model. And the reason I'm making this video and probably focusing it around Dubai or UAE is because this is where I'm currently running the business from. You get it? 80% of my dropshipping stores are selling to consumers or customers there in the US, Canada, and all of the e-packet countries. So it doesn't matter if you are watching this video from Kenya, from South Africa, from Japan, or anywhere. It's the same business model that is applicable. So this video is for you, and this video series are for you. All right guys, so we are continuing the part 2 of how to set up your mini e-commerce business here in Dubai, or your dropshipping store business here in UAE in general. So if you missed out on the part 1, which was more like the introductory video on how you should get started, then you will need to go back to my channel and watch that video. Otherwise, you may automatically jump to the part 2 of this video of this series. So if you watch the introductory part of this video, we talked about how we are going to make it or break it down into 7 exclusive parts, beginning with this as the part 1, this as the part 2, this as the part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, and then we have part 7, which is the final part of this series. And the reason why we have decided to break them down is for easy assimilation. We want everybody who is following along with this video to follow it up gradually, step by step, without any, without missing out on any point, right? So that's the reason why we are going to be covering all of these points in today's very short video. And I'm going to try as much as I can to keep this video under 20 minutes or 15 minutes, if probably fine, just so that, yes, it will not be boring, or it will not contain any fluffs or filters which you may not want to hear. Okay, so in this part, we're going to be looking at the product research and validation skills. We're going to be looking at product analysis, review and testing skills. We're going to be looking at the graphic design, basic image editing, all of those things you need as a personal skill in order for you to succeed with dropshipping business, especially if you are on low budget. That's the most important, because I have come to realize in all of my few years of doing this business that majority of the people who are interested or who wants to really jump into this business model really do not have so much money to invest. Whereas you get to find people who have the monies to invest, but they are a bit skeptical on as to whether if they put in their probably 500 USD or 700 USD towards the starting of this business, if they are eventually going to make profit, or they will lose out that small amount of money completely. And anyways, I'm not going to call it a small amount of money, because money does not have small size or big size. It all depends on who owns it. If you have 5 billion, probably 1 million may be small to you, but if you have 1 million, then 100,000 may or 10,000 may be small to you somehow. But that's it. Everything it's on acquisition level. Whatever you have, that's what determines the size of the monies to you. So in the first video, in the first part of this series, we talked about understanding the business model. We talked about how you need patience, and how this mini e-commerce business or dropshipping is not a get rich quick scheme, and how you need some money to start, at least 500 USD to 700 USD. Yes, we talked about how you need some money to start, and how it is not a completely zero, amount of money kind of business, Then we also talked about the dropshipping in UAE and how it comes with a different business model, and I've seen it work, and I've seen that business model work for some countries here in the Middle East, excluding Saudi Arabia. I talked about what is the best dropshipping business model for UAE. I talked about what others are doing and how you need to do your own research before you decide on which path to follow. Okay, I also talked about how you cannot learn dropshipping mini e-commerce business in one sitting or in one video. I've seen a lot of people out there online on the internet who are really very desperate to kind of learn these whole things in just one sitting or in one video or in a couple of videos, but then it doesn't end there. See, even if you have been doing this business for 2 or 3 years, the fact remains that you are still gonna learn as the day goes by. So this is more like the game of football, right? You are never a professional until probably like every day you are learning, right? It doesn't matter if you are a pro already and you're scoring thousands of goals on each tournament, but then you're learning as the day goes by. You're learning new skills, you're learning new strategies from colleagues or from people, from coaches, and then you're adopting these strategies to get yourself, to help yourself become better. So that's the idea here. You are not a pro yet. And then it's a continuous process. So let's quickly jump into the core video, right? Let's quickly jump into the core video. Let's quickly jump into the points that we are going to be looking at in today's video and in today's part. All right. So like I said earlier, you do need some skills, especially if you do not have so much money to spend. So this whole part will determine on two things. If you have some money to hire virtual assistant, probably people on Fiverr, Upwork, and some other platforms out there, job market, or it's either you have money to hire people from these different places, or you have the skill by yourself, then you can be able to do these things without hiring anybody. Of course, that will save you some cost, right? As for me, I have been in digital marketing since the past 2010. That's over 13 years. I've been into e-commerce. I've been a businessman since 2006. So I have garnered quite a handful of experiences digitally, e-commerce wise, SEO, web content writing. Like I have quite a handful of skills that enables me to be able to do majority of the stuff by myself. Yes, I'm not a graphic designer, but I have at least 50% video editing or picture editing skill that if I want to sit down and really work on editing something like pictures, then I can probably give it some time, 2-3 hours. I will be able to edit anything I want to edit using Photoshop, InDesign, Adobe Illustrator, CorelDRAW, any tool out there, Canva and the rest of it. So the skill matters a whole lot, because that is really important that we talk about it here, because sometimes people come out to ask you, how much do you really need to start this? How much do you really need to start this? You can't just tell them a particular amount of money, because there are a mix of different things that needs to be considered before you can say, okay, you need $200 or you need $300. What if a situation where I come out to say you need $500 to start doing dropshipping, and for example you wanted to customize a Shopify store, for example, and you don't know how to customize a Shopify store, you have zero understanding on how to customize a Shopify store, and then you have to go to Upwork or you have to go to Fiverr to hire somebody who will then charge you $500 to customize a Shopify store. Then what happens? Because I have told you that you need like $500 to start a dropshipping business, and someone who is going to customize your Shopify store is saying that you need to pay him or her $500 to customize the store. Then what will how is it going to work out? When you pay that person $500 to customize your Shopify store, how much are you going to use to pay for some applications that you may need, probably 1 or 2, after customizing the Shopify store? Where are you going to get monies to run the ad? If eventually you set up the store, you find the winning product, how are you going to get the monies to run ad? And if there is a situation where you need to register for an e-commerce license, how do you pay for such registrations? So you see why it's not so easy and straightforward for someone to come out and say you need 5,000 dirhams, or you need 2,000 dirhams, or you need 1,000 dirhams. So that is why I am taking my time to explain all of this. There are many things that will actually help the monies to go, the bill to go up, and there are other things that will actually help the bill to come down. So without further ado, product research and validation skill is very important. This point number 1 and this point number 2 are quite similar to each other, right? Because product research, product validation, product analysis, product review, and testing are all like the same thing you need to be doing, just different stages. So you need to be able to conduct product research, because this is how you're going to be able to find those potentially winning products that you need to then, fetch to your store to sell. If you're not able to fetch research for this product, if you're not able to validate this product to be sure that you are 80% convinced that those products will sell, if you don't have that bird's eye to be able to to figure out a product that is potentially gonna sell, then you may not be able to really succeed, because you will end up testing different types of product, spending money or energy on advertising it either organically or using the paid ads, and then you end up seeing that those products will not sell. Then you end up being frustrated. So that's the reason why this is core. It doesn't matter if it is a dropshipping business you want to do. It doesn't matter if it's a mini e-commerce business. At the end of the day, it's even worse if it is a mini e-commerce business that does not operate using the dropshipping business model. You get it? Why is it worst? Because if you purchase a product, for example, that you think will sell on your mini e-commerce store and it ends up not selling, then you're going to have a problem, because you've already purchased that product and you will need to sell it. And maybe you've purchased like 5, 10, 15 or 20 of this product from Alibaba or AliExpress. Then that's going to be a very big problem. But if you are using the dropshipping business model, or the dropshipping business, the dropshipping business model, if you're using that, then it's likely that you're not going to spend money buying the product, and if it doesn't sell, you're not going to lose out on that. But then you're going to lose out on the time being spent on, probably configuring the website. You're also going to spend some money on advertisement, and in a situation where you don't spend money advertising that product, of course you're going to spend a lot of time doing organic TikTok and organic probably Facebook, WhatsApp, and the rest in order to get customers. So that's the reason why product validation, product research, product analysis is very, very important. Now, for me, this is not this video is not actually gonna be a kind of video tutorial focusing around product research. However, I'm gonna do you the favor of showing you some of those tools that I use to conduct product research. And I'm gonna start by showing you TikTok, because this is one of the free tools that I use to conduct product research. You can just go to Google and type TikTok Creative Center, and you're gonna find links, and you're gonna find yourself on this page where you can then see what people are selling, what other people are selling. Then you will need to start applying filters by country to analyze it, to analyze the product, to see what works and what doesn't work, right? So you need to select which category you want. You need to select what you're looking at, and trust me, you need to look at conversions. As you have seen, I have already pre-populated or pre-selected these filters. I'm looking mostly at conversions. I'm looking mostly at product sales, because this is what I want to see. I want to see ads on TikTok that are focused, or which primary objective is around conversions and product sale, because this is what I'm also doing, right? So on my dropshipping store or on my mini e-commerce store, what I am optimizing those store for is conversion, people to buy. I'm optimizing it towards product sale. So when you want to apply filter here, you want to be sure that you are choosing the same objective. And then you want to look at probably 30 days or 7 days. I don't usually do more than 30 days, and then I usually leave my language as English. I don't like selecting different types like Arabic. No, I just select English, because majority of my dropshipping stores are focused on English, and I am not targeting the Middle Eastern countries for now, or I'm not targeting the Spanish countries. I'm mostly targeting some of the e-packet countries that are English speaking. A few examples are the UK, US, Australia, Austria. I'm also looking at the Netherlands. I'm also looking at Canada, and so on and so forth. So if you come down here, that's it. You're gonna no need to select ad format. You also probably sometimes want to set your top likes to between 41 to 60%, because this will also help you to get the filters for ads that are most likely being engaged by customers, right? So this is one way to look for the product. This is another tool, which is the Facebook ad library. You just have to go to, again, Google and type Facebook or Meta ad library. Either you're using the Meta ad library keyword or you're using the Facebook ad library on Google, and then you're going to find, links to this page. And then once you land on this page, of course, you can see ad library written here. And then what you need to do is probably to select United Arab Emirates. As you can see, I already selected it by default. And you want to select the category. I want to choose all categories. And I want to type a keyword. So for example, if there is a situation where you don't know what to select, like you just want to see, you're conducting a product research and you just want to see what people are selling, right? And you probably don't know what to type to this. It's very, very simple. Just use the hashtag buy now. So when you use the hashtag buy now, it's okay. Just enter the hashtag buy now, enter, and then it doesn't show nothing. Okay, let's just clean that hashtag and just type buy now, probably, because this is mostly the call to action that every other person want to use. You can see call to actions like buy now, shop now, and the rest. So that helps you to filter through for adverts that people are currently running on Facebook and Instagram currently, and you may get some ideas here, especially when you select your region, right? The region you want to sell on. So you can see here we have Emirati buy, just because I have selected UAE, and you can see this wireless power bank here. If you want to conduct further research, you may want to open the link to this website. You may want to analyze their page. You may also get some more ideas on what is selling and what is not selling, right? So that's it. There are a lot of ways you can do this thing, but then we don't have all of the time in the world to begin to look at all of these platforms, specifically. So you can see this page. You can also review this page to get more ideas on what they are selling on their store, and then you may want to do the same thing. If you look at this store, you're gonna discover that this is a kind of a niche store, and they're selling just a few categories like decor and kitchen, smartwatches, kids toys, mobile accessories, and I think that's just four top level categories that they are kind of selling stuff on. So if you click on the home page, it's a typical dropshipping store. There is no doubt about that. So that's it. So these are a few ways you can also get ideas on how people customize their home pages, their product pages. You just do this so you know what's working, what's not working. So everything is all about, you need to just apply some level of wisdom when you're conducting this research. I landed on this page right now. I can easily tell myself what's working on this page and what's not working. I also have a kind of plugin here that I use to kind of conduct some run a research on the store. As you can see, this PP Spy tool is telling me that this store is based in Pakistan, and it is also housing 38 products. In the meantime, I can use this tool to discover how many the types of applications that they are using on this Shopify store and all of that. So that's just it. And then we're just gonna have to go back to Facebook ad library. So you can also use this same Meta ad library to conduct some further research to see the total number of ads that people are running currently in the UAE between a particular period of time, the amount of money is being spent, and all of that information. You can gather it from this place. If you go down, you're going to see some more information broken down by region and all of that. So this is a really wonderful free tool, especially for those starting out and a bit skeptical or worried about how to really get these products that they're going to sell to make money on their store. So this is another tool, Ali Hunter. This Ali Hunter tool is a very wonderful tool. It also has a paid version, but it does have a free version that you can decide to check out. I have been using the free version for a couple of months now, and I've not had issues with it, only that there are a few restrictions to the number of products that gets shown to you, right? If you come to the left hand bar here, you're going to find product discovery and handpicked product. So for product discovery, you can actually filter through the keywords depending on what you want to sell. Otherwise, you can just look through here. I didn't enter anything in these filter boxes, whereas I'm seeing a lot of content suggestions here. You can see different kind of content suggestions on what to sell, their prices. When you click quick view, you see when you click into anyone here, any of these products, like you're going to find different kind of stuffs here. And then you can conduct further research from what you see here. You can then go to probably AliExpress to check them out. You can go to Amazon to actually see if those products are getting sales. Like, there are countless strategies and platforms to discover winning products, for which I don't think I will be going into full details on this video because it's gonna take much more longer time. But I can see a few products here that I currently have on one of my dropshipping stores that I didn't even find them from here. I got them from other platforms. Okay, one of those products is this. I have this on one of my dropshipping stores. I also have, there's another product I found here. Let me show you. I saw that product here. Women's sport. Yes, I have this product as well, but then I sold this product. I sold this product mostly 3 months ago, around October. Yeah, I sold this product, but then I didn't get them from here. I got them from other platforms. So that's just like to show me that it's really selling, and that's why you can find it here. I got it using Minia research tool. And then another tool that is free again is this AdSpy tool. You can just go to their website, app.adspy.com/ads. Then you're gonna find yourself on this page. You can filter through for any language. I usually focus my research on English, but here you can see Chinese, Mandarin, and some other languages. You can also see Thailand or something. So this tool is also a very wonderful tool. You can use it for product research and validation. Then Jungle Scout is basically for my Amazon business. I use Jungle Scout for my Amazon business, so I'm not gonna focus on it here because it's specific to my Amazon dropshipping business, right? I'm paying as much as 69.99 USD every single month to retain and maintain this application. And then another one I use that is a paid app is this one. Though I haven't renewed my subscription since the past month, but I use DropshipDoio as well to conduct product research. And trust me, there are countless of tools. I cannot mention all of them here, but for the sake of just giving you the option, I'll just open one of my notepads where I have a number of them. So I'm gonna drag this here. You can see them here. We have AdSpy, we have Minia. I use Minia a lot. We have my ad finder, which is a kind of Chrome extension that you need to add on your browser. This is it here, my ad finder. You can see it here. This is the extension symbol, my ad finder. So I also use it most of the times. I use PP Ads, and of course PP Ads are the owners of this other tool, PP Spy tool, that I just showed you in a couple of moments ago. Then Ecom Hunt, yeah, I've used it in the past, but then I don't like it. Pickstar.com also, I have used Pickstar. Then Tradely, I'm using Tradely. This is a bit more different. Tradely is a bit more different from the rest of the tools. I use Tradely. The subscription is just very small, I think around $15. I have used it and I'm still using it. So there are countless number of tools out there. You just need to, go through them and select one or two of them or three of them that you think you can rely on. Get it? Not just about reliability, you also need to be able to maintain them. So that's the most important part of this section. I will not go deeper into this except in subsequent videos. Okay, let's quickly jump on to the next point, which is the graphic design or basic image editing tools. The skill rather. The reason why you need this skill, of course, I don't need to show you, I don't need to tell you. If you start a mini e-commerce business or a dropshipping store, at some point in time, you will need to be able to edit. You'll be required to edit your creatives, probably the pack shot of the product, or the either the pack shot of the product or the banners you want to use on the landing pages. You may need these skills at one point or the other. So it does not matter if you know how to use Canva, or you know how to use Photoshop, or you just need to learn how to use one of those tools. I don't know why my Canva is not opening up. Okay, I'll just try to refresh so I could show you a few designs I have made on Canva, because it's very, very handy and easy to use. I also use Photoshop, but then I most likely use Canva and some other tools out there, especially in this modern day where we have several tons of AI tools out there for image editing and for video editing. So this is a GIF that I created the last time for this product. I sold this product between the month of November till the first week of December. Oh no, this is not required. This is a video for one of my physical shops here in Dubai, because I do have a physical shop here in Dubai I sell beauty product. By the way, I have a physical shop here in Dubai, so that was one of the videos I was using to create an ad. Okay, so this is one of the GIFs I created when I sold this product. So I literally embedded this GIF on my product detail page, and then if you look on some other tabs here on Canva, I'll just refresh this also, so you can see some other creatives that I have been able to do to work on over the months that I'm using on several platforms. It doesn't matter if it's on YouTube, it doesn't matter if it's on my dropshipping website or my mini e-commerce website. So but that's it. Then at the end of the day, you should have that creative mindset. As you can see, I literally created these thumbnails using Canva for my YouTube channel videos and all of that. So that's how it is. So you will need this graphic design or basic image editing skill in order to proceed. Now the part number 4 says that you need to have the ability to pass good judgment on winning product when you eventually find one. Yeah, when you eventually find a winning product, you should be able to validate it. How do you validate a winning product? You need to go to probably you need to start using strategies like TikTok made me buy it, buy now, and all of that. And you need to be able to apply those filters on TikTok in order to see if people are really selling, the comment on those ads, to see if people are really giving positive comments that shows that they're gonna be interested. For example, I post a product on TikTok, probably an ad on TikTok, and then you see under the TikTok ad a lot of people commenting saying, oh wow, I'm interested in this product, oh wow, it looks amazing, I'm gonna buy one. So such kind of comment are actually what helps you to validate those products, to be able to pass good judgment on those products as to whether people will buy or not. So there are other strategies you need to integrate into product validation, but then this is just one of them that I'm just mentioning to you. And then you need to be smart, dedicated, and hardworking. It's very important. And then you need the trade license. E-commerce license is recommended, especially here in the UAE, here in Dubai. I don't think there is any way you can successfully start up your dropshipping store without the need for your trade license. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's 100% possible that you can start up your dropshipping store or your mini e-commerce business without trade license. Now, how will you do that? You can do that on the option that you are not gonna integrate a payment gateway on your site. Because if you're gonna integrate a payment gateway on your site, meaning that people have to pay, people can pay with their card, be it credit cards or debit card, MasterCard, all those kind of cards on your site, then you will need an e-commerce license or just an LLC registration in order to be able to get approval from those companies. I personally use Stripe payment because they are very, very much present here in the UAE. I personally use Stripe payment to get to collect my money from customers using cards and all of that. And then I also use the pay on delivery option, which is the most predominant. So you understand that now. So on the off chance that you are not able to cover up for a trade license, the best way to do it will be to start or to set up your mini e-commerce website or your dropshipping store without the payment by card option. You get it? Then you're going to have only one payment option on your site, which is pay on delivery or cash on delivery. And it's not as if that's not going to work. It's going to work, but then at the end of the day, you're going to be losing out on a lot of customers, probably 40% of your customers who will want to pay with the card option. The same works for those who have the card option and doesn't have the cash on delivery option. If you have the card option and you don't have the cash on delivery option, then the only problem you're going to face there is you'll be losing out on approximately 60% of customers who want to pay with cash on delivery, who doesn't have means of payment with card, and then you're going to be able to attend to the other 40% who have the card payment option. So that's the tricky part of dropshipping or running a mini e-commerce business here in the UAE. It's very, very tricky, and that's the reason why I have literally stopped all of my stores that are running in the Middle East, simply because I am trying to kind of I'm trying to survive the losses of some of my customers. You also need to know that the dropshipping business model in UAE will then require, so this is how it works. For dropshipping business model, you do not need to keep inventory. But in a situation where you need to do cash on delivery, that means you need to keep an inventory. I hope you try to understand what I'm saying. That means you need to keep an inventory if you will do the cash on delivery. Now, how do you set up a cash on delivery for dropshipping product that you are not sure would sell? Now, you get the tricky part of it. For the normal dropshipping business model where you don't need to keep an inventory at all, you can easily set up the ads, and if the product does not convert, you can easily stop the ad, and you're only gonna be losing the money you have spent on the ad and the effort you've put into setting up the website. But in a situation where you get the product, set up the ad, those products you want to use for cash on delivery, and you set up the ad, and the customers or the product ends up not converting. Now, what are you going to do to those products? If you have 1 dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozens of them, what are you going to do with them? Then it's going to be a very big bottleneck. That is the reason why when I was actively selling my products in UAE using the dropshipping business model some 3-4 months ago, before I stopped on my website, look at the strategy I use. And I'm going to share if you are interested to know the companies I'm using, because I have companies that I'm using that charges me 26.5 dirhams per delivery all around the UAE. It does not matter the emirate you want to deliver, they're going to charge you 26.5 dirhams, and their delivery is next day delivery. I have this contact for this company. If you are interested in using this company, just leave me a message I'm going to leave my email in the section below. Just leave me a message and I'm going to shoot you the phone numbers, direct phone numbers of this company, so you can contact them. They are based here in the United Arab Emirates. They are based here in Dubai. So what I usually do then is this. This is where the tricky part comes in. So what I usually do is, when I want to sell a product in the UAE, that is a dropshipping product, I usually go with only the payment by card option. Then I will run the ad for approximately 2 weeks, and when I get to see that people are buying, I will check my analytics, of course, to see how many add to cart abandonment that I'm getting, how many sessions against the add to cart, how many sessions against the checkout, how many add to cart against checkout. You get it? So number one, I analyze sessions against add to cart. I analyze add to cart against checkout. If the gap is too much, then it will give me the impression that more and more people are interested in my product, in buying it. However, they are probably facing one or two challenges with checkout. So at that point in time, I do order the product from AliExpress. I'll then move forward to order the product from AliExpress, probably 24 pieces, which is 2 dozens of them. And when I get it delivered to me, then I will then integrate the website with the payment on delivery option. So that means I will then have 2 payment options on my website: the payment on delivery and the pay by card. So those who are then gonna buy with cash on delivery, I will deliver the physical product to them using my courier service that I'm gonna introduce to you if you are interested. So this is basically how I cracked that problem. This is basically how I cracked that problem. And trust me, my delivery company is the most, in fact, it's the best thing that happened to my e-commerce business, business or whatever it is, because these guys are super fast. Like, you're gonna have to call them up today, this morning. For example, you receive an order before 12 o'clock, you call them up, they're gonna come in the evening to pick up the order, and then the next morning they're gonna have that order delivered to the customers. But if you receive the order in the morning, let's say 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, then you call them that same morning, then they're gonna receive it and then send it to your customer that same day, regardless of whichever Emirates they are ordering from in the UAE. So this is the beauty of these guys, of using these guys, right? So that is the most important part of this, of everything you may want to know about the trade license, whether you need it or whether you don't need it. And in a situation where you eventually need to register for the trade license, and you are on low budget, I don't advise you to register with Dubai. I don't advise you to register with Abu Dhabi. I don't advise you to register with Sharjah. I advise you to look into registering with probably Ajman, Fujairah, Ras Al or Al Quwain, because these are the Emirates with the cheapest possible amount on e-commerce. And trust me when I mean the cheapest, as low as 2,000 dirhams, as low as 2,300, 2,500 dirham, you can easily acquire an e-commerce trading license from this Emirate. So guys, that brings us to the very end of this part, and I really believe you find it very informative. If you do, the most important thing you need to do before you leave this video, you close this video, is by liking it, following and subscribing to this channel, and turning on your notification alert, because in the next couple of days I'm gonna be releasing the part 3 of this series, and that is the business model and the business processes. Trust me, you are listening to me and you are taking the advice directly from the horse's mouth. I have a physical shop here in the UAE and it's been running for over 3 years. Trust me, physical shop, and I have over 150 customers on a daily basis walking into my shop and purchasing the product that I have. So guys, see you on the next video.